Hey, hello everybody. This is a video. Some friends of mine asked me to show them the new fryer that I bought. So here it is. There goes the peanut oil. The best oil to use is peanut oil, by the way. It doesn't smoke at all and it lasts a long time. It's a very good oil. It's a little bit pricey, but it's good. Okay, now look. This thing has a thermostat on it that plugs into it. And then it has a magnetic plug that comes from the wall. And all you do is you touch the magnetic plug to the thermostat and bing, it's plugged in. It's a very nice feature. Plus, it also, if someone, like let's say a little kid grabs the cord, he won't be able to pull the fryer down and get burnt. What'll happen is, right like that, see? The plug just comes apart. It's very, it comes apart very easily. So if someone pulls on the cord, it won't be able to pull the deep fryer down to get burnt. That's the whole reason why they do it. All right, so anyway, this little fryer here, I think it cost about 50 bucks. I'm not sure, I don't remember. But my house was flooded last October, and I had my family and some friends come over, and they helped me pack up stuff that I could save. Well, somebody threw away my old fryer, so I had to buy a new one, so this is it. It's made by Presto, which I'm not a sponsor, but it's really nice. I like it. What I'm going to make today, I'm just going to make some French fries. And like I said, peanut oil. Okay, listen, if you have a deep fryer, what you have to do is, unless you use that thing every single day, you have to refrigerate the oil. You can't just put the lid on and let the thing sit on the counter until next week, and then do it again the week after. What's going to happen is the oil will turn rancid. So what I used to do was I would let the oil cool, and then I would take a couple of different containers. I'd pour the oil into the containers and then put them in the refrigerator because I don't use it every week. You know what I mean? I don't use it every day. I might use it once a month. Okay, so what I discovered with this fryer is I take off the thermostat and the electric thing, and I put the basket inside. I put the lid on upside down, and the whole thing fits into the bottom drawer of the refrigerator. You know, where you keep vegetables and fruit and stuff like that. The bottom drawer of the fridge, and it fits perfect. So that's what I'm going to do. When this is done, when the fries are done and the oil cools off, I'm just going to put them away in the bottom of the fridge. That way, it'll stay cold. The oil will stay good for a long time. And next time I need it, I take it out, plug it in, and get it ready. Okay, now look, I'm having some hot dogs and French fries. So what I did was I froze a pack of hot dogs. Well, I just took 2 of them out, and I put them in the food saver. And I tell you, man, the food saver, that thing is dynamite. I mean, I love this thing. You can keep stuff in the fridge for 6 months or a year, and there's no freezer burn. I mean, it really works. It's a very good product. The one that I have, I don't remember the name of it. I'll show you next time. I think it was like 40 bucks. It was fairly cheap. I think it was something, I don't know, somewhere around 40 bucks. It wasn't that expensive. And man, it's worth it, believe me. If you buy chicken or something on sale, you can you food saver the thing, and you've got it. It's in the freezer. I mean, you've got it for a long time. It really works, and it's really a good product to have in the kitchen. It really is. Okay, so where we at? I'm waiting now for the grease to get hot for the oil to get hot. It takes a little while. Oh, you can make homemade French fries. What you do is, I'm just using the ones, that you buy in the freezer at the store. But a lot of people, they mess up when they try to make French fries because they try to cook it all at one time, but you can't. You can't do that. What you have to do is you cook. Okay, first of all, you peel the potatoes and you put them into one of those handy machines that cuts them into French fries, uniform shapes. All right, then you put them in water. And, that takes the starch, a lot of the starch out. Then after that, you dry them off very good. You have to dry them very, very dry. All right, then you drop them into the deep fryer into 325 degrees. Man, I just noticed I'm getting fat. Holy moly. Woo! I eat too many French fries, I guess. Okay, anyway, you cook the French fries at 325 for approximately 4 or 5 minutes, depending on what size fries they are. Now, 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. And then take them out, let them drain, put them in a pan, and then put them in the fridge for about a half hour. Then you take them out of the fridge and drop them back into the oil, but put the oil on 400 this time. Instead of 325, you're putting it on 400. You drop them back in, and man, you'll have the best fries you can imagine. They're very good. What else you can do is, after you refrigerate them for 30 minutes, when you go to put them back into the hot oil, you can bread them. You can dredge them in flour. You can season the flour any way you want, and then you put the fries into the flour after you've cooked them at 3 1/4 for 5 minutes. You put them into the flour, coat them all really good, and then put them into the 400-degree oil, and they come out. Man, you're going to be surprised. They're very, very good. They're really good. Okay, so like I said, you can use this little fryer thing for other stuff. You can make pasta in it. I cook corned beef in it. You can make soup. You can boil. You take the oil out and you put water in, and you can do anything you want. You can steam vegetables. You can, it's more than a deep fryer. That's what I like about it. I didn't want to get one that's just purely a deep fryer, because that, I'd rather have one that I can use for other things. Now, if you're going to boil or steam in it, put the thermostat on about 220 and let it go. But for deep frying, you want at least 350, or more, a little higher. It depends. If you get fish sticks or fish fillet in the freezer at the grocery store, they're breaded, and you usually put them in a toaster oven or a air fryer or something like that. Man, they come out so much better when you deep fry them. It really makes a difference. They come out beautifully. They're really good. Okay, there's a guy in the living room. He's watching football, and when I told him I was making a video, I was making French fries, he started talking like Julia Childs. He goes, "Oh, can I get some of those French fries? Anything that's French, I'll eat it." Oh man, this guy's a nut. So yeah, okay, Julia Childs, I'm making some fries for you. Okay, there I am. I'm turning up the temperature a little bit. I don't know if it's the thermostat or if it's just the recovery time of the fries, but they just didn't seem to be working very well at 350. So I turned it up to about 375, 380, somewhere in there. It could be just the thermostat is a little bit off, It's a brand new thing. It's the first time I'm using it. So who knows? But that's not a big deal. If they're not frying, if they're not the oil doesn't seem hot enough, just turn it up. But anyway, the next thing I'm going to make, it's coming up real soon here. I'm going to make some Bismarcks. The jelly filled donuts. I'm going to make some of those in my deep fryer, probably next week. I can't wait. I've been dying for some of those. I wish I could find the jelly and the Bavarian cream that they use in donut shops, but I don't know where to get that stuff. I don't know. Maybe Amazon has it. I'm going to check. Because if they have the Bavarian cream, and then all you have to do is make some ganache, which is very easy. All it is chocolate chips and heavy cream. You can actually make it with just milk, chocolate chips and milk. And, oh man, that would be so good to make the Bavarian cream with the chocolate on top. Woo! Man, oh man, that would be good. I guess I'm not going to be losing any weight anytime soon. So, don't expect to see don't expect to see me kind of, skinnier. That ain't going to happen. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Anyway, these fries are about done. I got a couple hot dogs in the microwave. Oh man, I'm having me a gourmet lunch. Somewhere in Pakistan, hot dogs and French fries are gourmet. All right, there they are. Sorry I didn't pour them out on a plate where you could get a good look at them, but they're done. They're beautiful. They were delicious. And I got to go because I got to eat.